What happens when one of K-pop's most soulful voices steps onto the stage alone for the very first time, and makes history in the process? Last night, D.O. of EXO didn't just perform, he delivered an unforgettable masterpiece that shattered records and left millions around the world in tears. From breathtaking vocals to raw emotion, it was a night no one saw coming. Let's dive into the heart of this magical moment, right now with red carpet revealed. What if one voice could silence a stadium, and in that stillness, cause millions to weep? On a quiet night that became a legend, D.O., EXO's famously reserved vocalist, stepped into the spotlight alone for the very first time and rewrote the definition of what a solo concert could be. He didn't need flashing lights, pyrotechnics, or backup dancers. All he brought was sincerity, sound, and a soul laid bare. The result was not just a concert, it was a spiritual experience. The journey began not on the stage but behind the scenes, far from the screaming crowds and social media hype. For months, fans speculated that D.O. was preparing something special. After years of group activities, military enlistment, film projects, and quiet musical releases, something about his energy had shifted. He posted more personal updates, dropped cryptic song snippets late at night, and was seen visiting multiple studios with trusted producers. Still, no one expected what was coming. The official announcement came without warning: a 3-night solo concert titled A Night of Magic, scheduled for early 2025 at the iconic KSPO Dome in Seoul. Tickets sold out in under 2 minutes. Demand was so overwhelming that organizers added a live stream option, which itself sold over 1 million virtual seats in the first 48 hours. Fans from over 40 countries signed up, proof that D.O.'s quiet artistry had not only endured but grown stronger than ever. What made the anticipation even more intense was the complete lack of teasers. No setlist previews, no special guest announcements, no overhyped trailers. All the poster showed was D.O.'s silhouette under a single spotlight, his eyes cast downward as if listening to something only he could hear. The tagline read, "Let the music speak where words cannot." And it did. On the night of the first show, thousands of light sticks bathed the arena in a gentle white glow, the color chosen specifically for its purity and calmness, a nod to D.O.'s understated presence. When the stage lights dimmed, a hush fell over the crowd. There were no opening VCRs, no mix, no dramatic countdowns, just silence. Then, from the darkness, a single note. He stepped onto the stage wearing a simple black suit. No glitter, no frills. Hair was slightly tousled, his expression calm but determined. And then he sang. No background track, just his voice and a grand piano. It was "That's Okay." Within the first minute, the audience was in tears. There was something otherworldly about it, the way his voice seemed to vibrate with emotion, unshaken yet trembling with honesty. It was as if every syllable carried years of quiet longing, of bottled up stories finally ready to be told. And he told them with every breath. The show unfolded like a diary written in melody. Every song choice reflected a stage of his inner journey, his fears, his healing, his gratitude. After a few familiar ballads, he introduced a new track, never released before, written by him. It had no title. He simply whispered, "This one is for the nights when I couldn't sleep." And then he sang a song so raw, so bare, that even the translator in the live stream paused mid-sentence. The lyrics spoke of distance, light that never reaches the ground, of love that watches silently from afar. The final line, "I never said it, but I always stayed," left the audience breathless. The entire arena remained silent for 5 seconds after the song ended. No clapping, no cheering, just stillness. It was as though no one dared to break the spell. And then came the wave of applause. Not frantic, not chaotic, but thunderous in its own reverent way. What followed was a mix of old and new. Rose, I'm Gonna Love You, See Furious Mia, each performed with a live band that never tried to outshine him. The lighting was minimal, only to match the emotion of the song. When he sang It's Love, golden hue bathed the arena. When he performed My Love, it dimmed to a soft blue, as if the sky itself was listening. One of the most memorable moments of the night came when he paused mid-set to speak. Known for his quiet nature, D.O. rarely delivers lengthy speeches. But this time, he held the mic with both hands, looked out at the crowd, and said, "I used to be afraid. Afraid that my silence would be misunderstood. But tonight, I realized. Silence can be the loudest love." A fan screamed, "We love you." And he smiled gently. Then he bowed. A deep, sincere, 90-degree bow that seemed to last longer than necessary. The camera caught his eyes glistening as he rose. He continued with "Don't Worry," during which the entire arena began singing with him. Thousands of voices became one. For a brief moment, D.O. stopped singing entirely, letting the crowd carry the chorus. He stepped back, closed his eyes, and simply listened. It was clear, he was overwhelmed. Not by pressure, but by love. Behind the scenes, crew members later revealed that D.O. had spent hours rehearsing not just vocals but the transitions, the flow, the emotional pacing of the concert. He wanted it to feel like a journey, not a performance. His goal was not to entertain, but to connect. And he did. In ways no one expected. A particularly emotional highlight came when he dedicated a song to fans who had been with him since debut. "You waited," he said softly. "And I stayed, even when it was quiet between us." The song that followed, during his military enlistment, spoke of time as both a thief and a healer. It ended with a line, "You were the constant in my absence." The screen behind him lit up with images of fans from all over the world holding handwritten signs, "We waited. You came back." Then came a moment that went viral instantly. A fan with a disability seated in the front row, unable to stand during the standing ovation. D.O. saw her. He walked toward her, knelt gently, and bowed. The camera didn't zoom in. There was no spotlight. It was a moment meant for two people, but the entire world witnessed it, and hearts broke open. Encore was short, but unforgettable. A rearranged version of That's Okay with full strings. Voice soared, cracked once, and then steadied again. When the final note ended, he didn't rush off stage. Instead, he looked around the arena as if trying to memorize every face. "Thank you," he said, "for giving me the courage to sing my story." He left the stage without music. No outro. Just the sound of thousands of fans crying, clapping, and whispering his name. D.O. didn't just sing that night. He healed. He connected. He reminded the world that the quietest voices often carry the deepest truths. And in doing so, he didn't just break records. He broke emotional barriers.